Former MSU president Luana Simon testified before a Senate committee in D.C. She stuck by claims that she never knew Larry Nassar was using his position at the university to molest women. One of the senators who heard testimony, Michigan's Gary Peters. New tonight, Marvis Herring is sharing his reaction to today's hearing. Marvis.
Good evening. Simon told senators she wishes daily that Nassar had been caught and punished sooner. She claims she still wonders what the university could have done to help. But after today's hearing, Senator Peters still seemed dissatisfied with what he heard.
Clearly, Larry Nassar groomed, manipulated, and stigmatized more than 260 women.
Tonight, several dots remain disconnected for lawmakers in D.C., even after sitting through today's hearing.
There's just a lot of questions about what happened in the Larry Nassar case, about who knew what and why wasn't there a proper accountability.
The unanswered questions partially due to this.
I've been instructed by my attorney to assert my rights under the Fifth Amendment.
The ex-head of USA Gymnastics, Steve Penny, declined a lawmaker's request to talk about Larry Nassar and what they knew about his sexual abuse.
We want to get those answers. We're going to keep fighting to get answers to the questions that need to be asked.
The former MSU president began her testimony with an apology to survivors of the ex-sports doctor's abuse. She maintained she had no idea about Nassar's behavior until 2016.
Had I known, I would have taken immediate action to prevent him from preying on additional survivors.
But she defended the actions MSU took and the integrity of Michigan State.
Do you think she should be defending the university here?
No, I think the university needs to make sure that they step up and understand that the lives of these girls and young women will be impacted for the rest of their lives.
Peters says with its tarnished reputation, MSU's $500 million settlement is far from enough.
Michigan State needs to send a strong signal, stronger than any other place in the country, that this type of activity, this type of abhorrent behavior will never be tolerated. And as soon as any inkling of it appears, prompt and vigorous action will be taken.
Despite Steve Penny, the former president of USA Gymnastics, pleading the fifth, the former vice president told senators that she learned about Nassar's abuse, some complaints about it, in June of 2015. She claimed she passed those complaints along to Penny, who told her to keep quiet while he contacted appropriate authorities.